let's speak about Lucid Motors yet again, baby. I mean, these guys are turning into one of the most hyped SPACs that is out there. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a finance advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And yesterday, something very interesting happened, okay? So, I had already recorded my video. Then this article here came out, okay? From Seeking Alpha. Churchill Capital 4 deal with Lucid Motors may not happen, CNBC says. Now, to anybody who had done more than 3.5 seconds of research, or to anybody who has any decent number of brain cells, you already knew this. This was not a surprise, and no new information came out of this article, but it led to a sell-off. Let me tell you why I genuinely believe that could be a good thing. First thing I want to point out is we still completely respected trend lines yesterday and in the after hours so far. We have developed a very clear and very well respected upward trend, and we also have a short-term area of support, which we also respected beautifully yesterday. People sold off the basis of this headline. Look, we went on an incredible run at market open and we sold off just as quick because of this article largely. That shows that there is a lot of people playing the hype in this one. There's a lot of people who are investing just off of headlines like this one. And those people are willing to buy or sell based off of headlines. If people are willing to sell their shares, okay, at $17, $18 because a headline like this comes out, what do you think those same people are going to do when good news comes out, when a potential announcement comes out? They're gonna buy, okay? They're gonna make our shares worth more, the people who are holding. So that's what I want to speak about today, a bit about this and why you just have to read these things. And then there's also this fantastic article here, why I'm writing the Lucid rumor with Churchill Capital 4. There's a few points I want to bring up from this that I may not have covered adequately in the past. Ultimately, we want to speak about the price action. We want to speak about whether I plan on holding over this long weekend or not. And that is primarily it, my friends. Now, I do want to premise this video by saying I am a shareholder. I have 500 shares and I got in at $12.86 a share. I know this is a relatively new SPAC, so I want to make sure you guys know I do own a position. So right before we do get into the video, my friends, before we get into the juicy information, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below. How many shares are you holding right now? Are you holding over the weekend? Have you sold? What's your price target, baby? And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. We just broke 75,000, baby. Also, if you are interested in joining my private Discord group, that is the first link in the description. In there, you get access to all of my buy and sell alerts. That's where I call these guys at $12.86. You get access to over 50 private channels. You join a community of over 1,300 investors who share their knowledge with you every single day. It is beautiful. And if you want 4 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description. You have to sign up, deposit $100. You get 4 stocks, 2 of which are valued to $3,700 each. It's literal free money. Okay, so let's just start it off with this. Churchill Capital 4 deal with Lucid Motors may not happen, CNBC says. We knew this. We know that they're in the speaking stage. Everybody knows this. So they essentially say this SPAC deal may not happen after a report that a transaction may occur. I mean, yes, obviously, the fact that it says a transaction may occur implies that it may not occur. There's no definitives here. They're in the speaking stage, and everybody knows that. It's very much unclear if they will make a deal, and in no way is it a done deal. And yes, as I said at the start of the video, everybody is aware of that. Literally everybody. I really don't know how this caused so much fear, but again, that could be turned into a positive, because if people will sell off that news, they will buy off of good news. Now, I want to speak about the price action next before we get into this bullish article. And again, I want to point out these trend lines we formed because it's been beautiful. I mean, yesterday we tested the upper ends of it and we tested lower ends of it. We respected support and we respected the trends. I mean, it's literally beautiful. Now, we are going into a long weekend, okay? The market's not open on Monday. We have seen in the past sell-offs when we're coming into a long weekend, especially when it does come to these more speculative plays. So, a SPAC that doesn't have a definitive agreement in place yet, or a lot of penny stocks that people have been riding the wave on. Because simply put, a piece of bad news can come out over the weekend, you can't get out of your shares on time, and you lose money. So a lot of people get worried, a lot of people have weak hands, and they sell out. So I'm going to say today, I wouldn't be surprised if we do break these trend lines, but if we finish somewhere in this range, I personally am going to be very happy with the company, and I think that shows that market sentiment is very strong to be able to keep going up even when we are going into a long weekend. I would also like to point out that every day we have seen higher highs and higher lows, which obviously you love to see. It's as clear can be. It's in a very much so upward trend. Now, most of you have probably seen this article. It's fantastic. It lays out the bull thesis very, very well. And this does a great job of just bringing you guys through a quick recap of all of the bullish points we have on this company right now, and why I have zero intentions of selling this company until we get that announcement. First thing to understand, they sell expensive vehicles right now, and that is not going to change for a little while, not until next year at least. their vehicles are worth about $160,000. We know about Andrew Livers, okay? He's on the board of CCIV, but also on the board of Lucid. They kind of have a middleman. Back when this article was written, we were at about $14.80 a share. In this context, they're still looking okay. Other SPACs with shares around the $13 mark all have much smaller market caps, so bigger is better. Now we're in the 17s, we briefly touched 20s. There are very few SPACs who get up that high, okay? Even on rumors, even on hype. A lot of them don't even get up that high when they have an announced target. That is how much confidence people have in Lucid, and that's why the pop we could see based off an announcement is absolutely huge, and that is why I could not bring myself to sell them. I've been saying in my Discord, I mean, yesterday I was up over $3,500 at one stage. I'd rather break even or lose a little bit on this company than sell out, even at a 40 or 50% gain. That's how much potential I believe this company has in the short term. We see it with SPACs a lot. They can have 100% days based off announcements. I think Lucid Motors will be one of those companies, in all honesty. Now, I know a lot of people are saying the valuation looks expensive, and I'm not going to disagree with you, but this is one of the most exciting EV stocks to come to market in recent times. It's going to trade at multiples. I do think it's going to be a very good long-term hold, but I also think it could just be a decent swing, whichever way you're playing it. But that is what I expect to happen at the announcement. I expect it to go up very quickly, very quickly, and then be followed by somewhat of a pullback from people taking their profits. The team at CCIV is strong compared to its peers. Chairman Klein worked for 30 years in US investment banking, and Bloomberg had previously referred to him as a rainmaker. Now again, I pointed this out in my video yesterday, but it's huge, and I mean, this is potentially the thing that fills me with more confidence than anything. They posted for Director of Investor Relations a few weeks ago, okay? An Analyst Investor Relations a few weeks ago. Only a week ago, they posted a position for SEC Reporting Manager. And I mean, I made such a big point of this yesterday. These are jobs for a public traded company. Private companies don't need these positions, so why would they spend over $500,000 a year on 3 positions if they don't need them? It would make zero sense whatsoever. So to me, it looks like one way or another, Lucid Motors wants to go public very soon, and we are led to believe that CCIV is the most likely way for this to happen based off of the information we have. We know they are in talks. Nothing has been confirmed, but we do know they are in talks. The reason I think speculation on this rumor could be warranted is the reliability of the sources, okay? First of all, Bloomberg were one of the people reporting on this. They have a 90+% hit rate on these SPAC rumors before the everyday person knows about them, okay? They have that mutual board member, which can be absolutely massive. They have a strong SPAC team, which is very important, okay? Look at Chamada. People love him and people love his SPACs even when he doesn't have any targets. The job postings, I genuinely think this one cannot be overlooked. I think it's absolutely huge. The enthusiastic market reception, I mean, I've seen it. I have seen how excited people got about this. And it was the first SPAC that got me very excited in quite a while, my friends. I mean, me putting in 500 shares, that's a considerable bit of money for me. I mean, I'm not one of the absolute big boys yet, but I was willing to put a decent bit into them. And at the end of the day, we have minimal risk, okay? So me, for example, being in at 12.86, worst case scenario, they go down to $10. They're not really ever going to go all the way down to $10 either. If I get out at $11 a share, I lose $186 per share. I'm losing, what, $800? I mean, I have the potential to make 5 figures here. It's a very nice risk-reward ratio. All of those points brought together, alongside this price action, it's not often we see a SPAC with actual good price action. I mean, there's no gaps. We've already formed an upward trend. We've already formed a short-term area of support that we have respected. You don't see that with SPACs. Usually, there's a gap up, there's more gaps up, it comes flying back down. There's no real trend. We have one here. Even over the span of just a few days, we have real price action that makes sense. So in a quick summary, okay, CNBC saying that the merger may not happen means absolutely nothing, because anybody who knows anything about this already knew that. We know that we are investing in a rumor right now. All of these reasons here, the conclusion is why we're investing, and is why I still have zero intentions of selling, even going into a long weekend, where some news that could come out that says it's not happening, I could get burned. On the other hand, news could come out that it is happening, I'm going to make a lot of money. We have trend lines, we have support, we are respecting it all. Everything is lining up beautifully. But anyway, my friends, that was it for today's video. I just wanted to cover this because a lot of people were asking me about the CNBC article. I couldn't pay less attention to it. And again, the fact it actually led to a sell-off fills me with confidence that these same people would panic buy back in out of FOMO. If you watch this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. Could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friend, subscribe if you're new around here. If you are interested in joining that private Discord group, that's the first link in the description, my friends. Again, so much juicy information there all of my buy and sell alerts, access to over 50 private channels. It is juicy. And if you want those free stocks, that's the second link in the description, my friends. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.